The best technique that we use here at the Life Enhancement Association is actually called Bioenergetic Synchronization Technique. And it's a technique that Dr. M.T. Morter Jr. developed back in the late 60s and early 70s. And as he came out of chiropractic school, he was really on a quest to seek the truth and understand the body at a deeper level than he was taught in chiropractic school. And what he found is through years of clinical and scientific research and figuring out what worked best for his clients, and he was really trying to get the best results every time he saw a client, he found that everything went back to how that person responded to stress, negative experiences in their life, emotional upsets. And he found that that's really the number one reason why we have problems not only with our body, but actually in our life in general. And he found that there's two main ways that our bodies and our life kind of gets out of balance or has what he calls interference in it. And the first way is something that is of low intensity emotions over a long period of time. So this could be the chronic worrier, the person that is in fear a lot about the future. And as these emotions repeat on themselves day after day, month after month, year after year, the intensity goes above a threshold. And I'll explain the threshold here in a minute. Now the second way are short duration, high intensity experiences that we have. So things like car accidents are a very good example of things that we're maybe caught off guard a little bit and something happens to us that really shoots our emotions through the roof, and that goes over this threshold. Now the threshold that we all have, and everybody's better at handling stress than others, but we all have a capacity to handle stress. And if an emotion goes over this capacity, it creates what Dr. Morter calls a SEMO, a subconscious emotional memory override. And basically it's a subconscious memory pattern. So imagine you're driving down the road and a police officer pulls off of a side street and is behind you, and you start immediately thinking, oh no, what did I do? I can't afford a ticket, I'm gonna be late for work, and your heart rate's pumping and your body is just really tense, and maybe your face gets flushed and red, your adrenaline's just shooting through the roof. And a mile down the road, police officer turns off, minding his own business, and a few minutes later you forget about the experience and your body calms down. Now this calming down is what our bodies are designed to do after we get upset. But what Dr. Morter found is that if we experience either the long duration, low intensity emotions or the very short duration, high intensity emotions, and those emotions go over our capacity to handle it, that's what creates a subconscious memory pattern, because adrenaline will actually lock that pattern in. So anything with our body that's associated with that stress, any system of our body, this could be our digestive system that gets slowed down, or immune system that gets slowed down, or other systems of our body that get increased, like our heart rate or blood pressure, things like that. Our body does those things in response to the stress. It will permanently keep those things out of balance. The subconscious is what controls every system of the body. And when it's under stress, the subconscious will actually skew things slightly in response to those stresses, either the short duration, high intensity, or the long duration, low intensity variety. So what we use the best technique for is to not only be able to identify those specific subconscious memory patterns, but we can also neutralize them during the technique. So what this means is if your body is running these programs, we'll call them, and your body is having symptoms as a result of those things, when the stresses are, in a sense, brought back down below that threshold, so your body's able to then calm back down naturally, your body can then heal, because those systems of the body that may have been out of balance are now put back into balance, and results of that is that your body will heal. Your body's meant to heal. It has all the mechanisms to do that. So when that happens, your body then can clear up on its own the symptoms that you're experiencing, because we've really gotten to the root cause of it. Now what Dr. Morter also found out was that not only was this a health technique as far as your mental and physical health, but it's actually something that impacts every area of your life, because these subconscious patterns are also what handles all of our thinking, all of the actions, our habits that we have, our belief systems, is really where all of those things are stored, is in the subconscious. So we can have an immediate direct impact on literally any area of your life that you're having blockages, limiting beliefs, maybe mental blocks or different things like that. We can directly affect those things, find those interferences in the subconscious, and neutralize those as well. So not only can your body and your health improve, but so can your lifestyle, because if you're having trouble making money, you have blocks with making money, or you're spending too much, you have bad habits around money, or your relationships just aren't what they should be. Maybe you're just keep attracting in the same kind of person that you're really not wanting, but that's who keeps showing up. Those are all things that we can address, because even the law of attraction goes back to the subconscious. The subconscious is putting out the thoughts 24/7, and only consciously we're putting out what we want, but subconsciously is attracting back in what we have. So what you have right now, if it's not what you want, we have to adjust that subconscious, because that's what's bringing in what you have in your life right now. So this is really a holistic health technique that addresses every area of your life. And we also do look at nutrition. We look at other lifestyle things like your exercise and sleep habits. We even take into account wireless technology and cell phones, Wi-Fi, how that affects our body, because it's in our environment, and even though it's invisible and you don't really notice it, it's affecting our body. So we really take a look at everything with the B.E.S.T technique, and it's a way to improve every area of your life. So hopefully this gives you more clarity on exactly what the B.E.S.T technique is, and we'll talk to you soon.